and this is Hina Beg, and I'm a solution therapist. So it's like I am going to talk about the topic self-harm. And as I had mentioned earlier, that this is a very important topic, and I feel that we all need to address this right now because when I am answering the questions on Quora or otherwise also I come to know that especially the youth, they are unable to process what is happening around, perhaps because they don't have too many role models to follow or there are no guidelines present, right? So when we talk about self-harm, and I have to say about the word self, here it is that you all are conscious about your own self. In the word self-harm, the self denotes that intentionally you are aware about the activity or the process that you are going to engage in. And it is like maybe because of your own past experience or something there in the mind that sparks the reality part and you can relate to it. So that self part in the self-harm is that you are conscious enough to bring some harm to your own self. That is one part. The other part is harm. When we look up in the dictionary and Google up, we find a lot of synonyms for harm. Harm is very different when we talk about self-injury, self-damage, self-hurt, or also when we are talking about, let's say, when you are impairing your own self for any particular thing. So when I'm talking about harm part, that is the first word. It is about the implications that we are inflicting pain physically on our body. It's like, the pain is there and we are physically experiencing it due to some activity or action taken by ourselves. So the self part has come, the harm part has come. Going to the next part, if we take in another synonym, injury or injure part, it means that it's like an umbrella wherein you are inflicting the pain on your own self, on your health. It could be success. It could also be your own comfort zone, the look part, the physical aspect part. So injury is like a broad spectrum word. Here it is very important to know how it's like, the success part is getting affected by the word harm or injury or self-harm, all relating to some, chaos within our own self. So much that we are going to inflict some damage to ourselves. Again, self-damage is another word. Damage shows that the value is a little less. When there is some artifacts or any decoration piece and it's chipped or something, we say it's damaged, right? So it means the value has come down. Likewise, when we talk about our own self, we talk about self-damage part, it means that we are valuing ourselves less. Somewhere through a process that I'll tell you. Hi everyone, all those who have joined in, and wave to all, because then it'll be, I will talk to everyone. If you have any questions, please wait till I finish this and we will address all the questions if at all you have. Because I have a very interesting to share as to what is actually the process that is happening before we take the action or the behavior sets in. That you all should be aware about and know also. So I'm really happy that you all have joined in, and hope everyone listens to it and shares so that maybe some knowledge can be shared enough to not be in that self-harm loop. Coming back to self-damage part, okay, the damage is like lowering your value. When you are lowering your value, how is it happening? It's only happening because you're not able to be present in that moment. You are sapped away in an energy zone which is not so productive for you. It's not helping you in the long run. Then it is like hurt part. Hurt again shows that it's a physical as well as feeling part. We actually say also hurt by somebody's words. As simple as that. And if somebody trips or bruises themselves, we say that that person has hurt himself or herself, for that matter. So hurt denotes both physical and the emotional part, the feeling part. There is a difference between emotions and feelings. We will come to know about it in some time. So hurt is when your feelings are dampened, or when your feelings are actually not in sync with what you have expected. So you are hurt. You get hurt by somebody's words. Hi, Malik, that you joined. Okay, so you are hurt by somebody's words or somebody's gesture, somebody not, falling in what you have expected, you yourself not expecting with your own self and not responding back appropriately at times. So hurt has many dynamics. Now understand this fact. Okay, this is hurt, this is injury part, wherein a broad spectrum. When we talk about injury part also, that okay, success, when I'm talking about, like for example, if you know that a particular action, if taken, will benefit you. But what happens is at times ego comes in, or somebody has actually said something which, it bangs you inside. Like, how can that person say something? And this is the way you have to go, but eventually what will happen? You will slip down. Like you must have seen children when they are angry and you tell them, okay, this is going to benefit you, but they are so angry or they are upset about something, they will not do exactly the same thing which is told, rather they'll do the opposite thing. That is also very much common in the word disorder. Why that this word is so important? It is again that shows the negative aspect of the preceding word. When we say disorder, order means something which is very proper, sync, like, everything is in orderly fashion, and it's sending vibes of calmness, composure, and everything is sorted. So that is what order is all about. It's not chaotic. When we add the word dis to the order part, now what is happening is it completely changed the meaning of the word just to the opposite. So it's like a juxtaposition. It changes the meaning to the opposite. Disorder will be everything is chaos. So if a room is proper and we say now it is in a disorder fashion, it's like, what just happened? A tornado crossed in, or what? Like everything is upside down. That is what disorder is. So any word, a proper word, and this is there, it means the opposite of it. Okay, so you can think about the words later on when you actually introspect or re-listen to this video, that what are the words that you can associate or find out that has a word this is a prefix and it means a negative meaning. So that is why a disorder, when we are so much in that stage wherein we can't comprehend what is happening right now and if it's beneficial for us, we say that there must be some confusion, some stress in our own thought process, and we are not coherent in our thinking. So it is like, okay, if that is happening, then there is definitely some mental disorder. That's how people associate. They don't realize that this is just situational, and maybe if the trigger is off, it will be fine. So now what is happening, if in case you have a personality that is well equipped and you know your own caliber, you know your own skills part, right? So it's like you have this and you can move up, like above and upside, upscale thing, like, but you lay your foundation or you lay your own self on some pillars. It could be a relationship pillar that you are dependent on. So it is like there is one pillar, then it could be the second pillar. It could be, yes, you are very much affected by somebody giving some validation to you. That is one of it. Then only you can move ahead in life. Or it could be that somebody is not appreciating you. That is going to affect you, and that is going to, If only somebody appreciates and acknowledges your work, you move ahead in life. So all those things happening in life will be because you are now dependent. They have the power. They will take away your energy rather than moving you above. So that will happen and you will slip down. When you are slipping down, procrastination will set in, and then you will damage your own self in some way or the other. As I had explained earlier, what damage actually means for a person. So that is going to happen. If it's in a relationship, if it's happening, then it means that you are getting affected by somebody saying something to you or not saying something to you. You come slip down because you are dependent on that factor. So your output will be hampered. So this is one part wherein I'm talking about self-harm, hurt, injury or damage. Now what goes behind that thing? It is in a very simple words that when I'm talking about the process that is happening in the brain, we all should know how is it that despite of the fact that knowing that if I do this, it's not going to help me. But in the split of the moment, we end up doing that and we harm ourselves. We hurt ourselves. We are in pain. We can harm ourselves also if there is a loss. We see somebody, hurting themselves. So that is what harm is also due to a loss. So that all happens. What actually is the process that is happening? So imagine that there is a corridor of time. There is a corridor, and in that corridor you can imagine any school building or your college building. There is a corridor and the rooms are there on the opposite ends or somewhere around that corridor. People of variety and various nature and work nature will be crossing the corridor. Now one of the room that leads it, it's your room. It's a part of your brain. Imagine the room as being your own brain, how it's going to function. In that particular room, you will see there is a stage. It's covered with red. And the red color denotes, like we see the red carpet, because it's an important place. So whomsoever the guest is will be first standing over there. So that is the place wherein we are going to receive all the vibes from external source. Hi Azza. So we are going to receive all the vibes. Now what is happening in that particular room? There is this, center stage in the corner. It's covered with red just for yourself to imagine. Okay, this is a part of my brain and it is there. It's in red in color. In front of it, there is a table. That is a feeling. That's a table of feeling. Over there are all memories, condensed memories placed. Now, in the corridor, if for example, in college or something, if the chief guest has to come, there is a hustle outside. There is some movement outside, and the stage, the person in charge of the stage light, they get that vibes. Okay, so they go to check on the table if everything is laid out properly. If, for example, if it's a professor, so they go and check, okay, the water bottle is there, the snack is there, the pen, the letter pad, or everything is there. If not, then they try to arrange it. Otherwise, it's like when on the corridor that vibes are felt, the stage gets activated. When the stage is getting activated, it's going to send a signal to that feeling table. Now, the emotions are the first thing. In the loop of self-harm, time will come first, emotion second, feelings is third, and then is your behavior. That is the cycle that happens, and then is time back again. So the cycle again, it is time, emotion, feeling, your own behavior, and the time. So that is how the cycle is going to move for any person. Now, we should not fall into the trap of it. So on the corridor, imagine instead of the people, there are triggers walking to and fro. You are there inside, your brain is working. Suddenly, for example, it's your parents, okay? They are crossing the corridor and they say something to you, or you're just lying down, you're wasting your time, and now what is happening is you are upset, you are angry inside. So anger is the emotion. The stage always denotes the emotion part, and it takes almost 5 to 6 seconds to activate. So that's how fast we get activated before we reach to the feeling part. The trigger came in, the stage got activated, it's going to send the signal to the table. Now on the table, it's a memory table, okay? You will, the sign that anger is going to look, okay, here is the memory when I got angry for the same reason or with the same person. Here is another episode that happened and I am upset about it. So on the table, it's going to find those particular points which relates to that emotion. Now what is going to happen is those points will come together. That is your feeling. Now you are feeling very angry. Just because the person said something, the trigger passed around, we said it. In the free space in the room, that is where your feeling is going to reflect as a response, reaction, your behavior, and then finally your mood. Because mood is an extension of what you are feeling for a long time. Now the episodes, the pointers are many, and you have absorbed that you are angry. It's taking time for you to dismantle each point because you've not resolved the issues in the past. What happens again is in the corridor, suppose for example, you have a friend and that friend crosses the corridor and says something to you, or you were so rude, you cannot do, you'll not perform in that particular PPT point or something. They just said it. And suddenly also a call came up that you are late for something. I'm just giving you a hypothetical situation, maybe you can relate to it and maybe not, or something similar. So two things happen immediately. Now this is getting activated. Your stage got activated the very moment the friend came in. It's upset. It's like you are very irritated with that person. The call came in, it's activated, it's going to send the signal to the feeling table. Again, another emotion came in. You are now feeling guilty about the fact that you have wasted time. So that emotion came in, it went to that feeling table. Now what is happening? On that feeling table, it's going to find out all the pointers where in the memory you felt the same. And if it is still active on that table, it's going to pick up those points and again be very consolidated. It's going to send into that free space in the room. Now what is happening? You are still trying to process your anger. This also came in. You are now very, very upset about things around, people around, that you're not able to handle that much. It's very difficult and it's very understandable because there are too many points to resolve in that short span of time. It is weighing. What happens if this loop happens again and again? Because remember, the corridor is your time. People will keep on moving in that time, so the triggers will be available in that zone. It's here, the activity that is happening, activation, sending out the chemicals or the message to that memory consolidation table, and that is where the sensation happens that we are feeling in a particular way. Now if the dots were less for a particular emotion, for a particular person, you have resolved it, you are not feeling angry for that person or for that particular issue, then the pointers will not be there in your memory. It's still unresolved, that is why it is happening. What is happening with the youth or the youngsters? They don't realize the fact that they are carrying a lot of baggage which is not we need to move with time. When people have said something, those pillars that I spoke about, wherein you need to progress, but if you are dependent on these, they are going to act as your trigger points. And if that is happening, you will be in that loop. There will be a point when everything will just collapse. You will be drained out of drained out of your energy part, because that activity center is your amygdala, and it helps in regulating emotions. And that is not only that it's going to send into your own internal brain part, it sends to the entire body. We sense it. Like we send that, okay, our hand starts getting sweaty or something happens. We shiver at times. We don't know what to do. So that all happens. And those are possible, and that is possible because we have not resolved it. That's how the harm part is going to enter in our system. So imagine the corridor is a moving timeline for your own self, wherein the layers that you are dependent on will act as your trigger. If it is acting as your trigger, so once it enters into your room and your space, the stage will get activated instantly. It's like less than 5 or 6 seconds. That emotion is going to come in, because as I said, time is first, emotion second, feeling is third. Then is your feeling part, because it's going to find out in your memory box when, when else, not when else. It's like, when was the last time that you got upset or angry for the same thing? If it's recent, so imagine the freshness is still there. It's not yet dismantled in your own mind. You've not resolved it. And this is happening again. So if the repeated cycle happens, and that space is occupied with condensed feeling part, as I mentioned earlier, how they become condensed. So then that is the point wherein you will have no space to think positively. When that stage happens, then it is, you may harm yourself, you may hurt yourself, you may inflict some injury to your own self. And remember, as I had explained when I started this, how each word is different with each other. So that will happen inside. So please do not fall into this loop. The trigger, the corridor, your own activity center, the feeling table, if it is there, if you find it, your feeling happening which is not positive for you yourself, regularly, at short interval, on and off, then take a call, sit down with your own self, breathe, think, why is it that this particular trigger, or it could relate to something you were dependent on, is so important for you? You are self-sufficient, in the sense everyone is equipped with their own set of skills, their own personality. You may have something more beautiful as what you are thinking in comparison stage for your own self, with somebody maybe. So it is possible. You need to understand that every individual is blessed with something unique. You need to find out, rather than harming, hurting, injuring, or damaging your own self, physically, emotionally, because emotions, if it's getting affected, the feeling part is getting affected, your behavior is getting affected. Because if the feeling is there recurrent, we say that person's behavior is like that. The reaction and response will define your behavior. So that back traces to again those feeling table, the table wherein your memory is consolidated for particular emotions, which gets activated by the trigger. So you see the back trace happening, that the space where consolidated feeling is present, going to that table, the feeling table, which is consolidated center for your memory, back tracing it to your own sense that that stage is present, then the corridor, the trigger part. So be careful about it, because you may end up not eating, not taking care of yourself, neglecting your own self, ignoring your own self, and not doing things at the right time, procrastinating. All that will happen if you fall into this loop again and again, which is not right. Why should you do that? Because you are amazing. Believe in yourself, have confidence in yourself. And if in case you feel that you need to talk about something, you can always message me or email me. I will reply, whatever the case is. So don't worry about that fact. Why you're going to ignore, you should understand this fact, this angle also. How is it that if all this is happening, I am ignoring? I am smiling outside. I am doing everything possible, but deep down I am not so happy about it. It's like, as I said, when you are hurt, it's physical, external, and internal. External you are taking, but the balance is not there. Internally you're not. Maybe you're just eating enough to stand up, but not eating enough to process the positivity in your own self, to believe in yourself, to have some action only, focused for your own betterment. Think about it and get back on your feet. This is the time. If not now, then when? You all are great people, and stay blessed, stay safe, yes, and be happy. So, any question, let me know. Please comment, like, share. I will share this video on YouTube also with some questions. Let's see what else. Thank you. Thanks for your time. Take care. Bye.